Will the House come to order and members kindly take their seats? Good afternoon. The devotional today will be led by Representative Ann Donahue of Northfield.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I feel somewhat as if on our journey this session, we crossed over the Appalachians. We're in the plains right now, but we got the Rockies yet to cross. And so this is a little effort to maybe inoculate us for that time facing us ahead. Something I read as a devotional several years back, but there are enough new people that I thought it was worth sharing again. It's one of those author unknown, and it's called A Smile. A smile costs nothing, but gives much. It enriches those who receive without making poorer those who give. It takes but a moment, but the memory of it sometimes lasts forever. None is so rich or mighty that he can get along without it, and none so poor but that he can be made rich by it. A smile brings rest to the weary, cheer to the discouraged, sunshine to the sad, and is nature's best antidote for trouble. Yet it cannot be bought, begged, borrowed, or stolen, for it is something that is of no value to anyone unless it is given away. Some people are too tired to give you a smile. Give them one of yours, as none needs a smile so much as he who has no more to give.
Members, we have a joint Senate resolution to take up at this time. JRS 23 is a joint resolution relating to weekend adjournment. It was offered by Senator Baruth and was read and adopted on the part of the Senate. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
JRS 23, joint resolution relating to weekend adjournment. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that when the two houses adjourn on Friday, April 14th, 2023, it be to meet again no later than Tuesday, April 18th, 2023.
Now you've heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted in concurrence. Are there any announcements? Member from Bennington.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think most of us, or I hope most of us, when we look around the House, both chambers, the hallways, we notice how well kept they are, spotless even. Well, Mike Metcalf, who works here, is celebrating his 20th wedding anniversary, and I hope when you see him in the hallways that everybody will congratulate him. Thank you.
Member from Stannard.
Madam Speaker, today I would like to the body to welcome a high school class from Hazen Union High School in Hardwick. It's two classes, AP class on politics and on civics. And they're here many of them for the first time to visit our house today. And they've had a tour this morning, and I want everyone to welcome. They're here with their teacher, Mr. Corey Maskell.
Will the guest member from Stannard please rise and be recognized? Member from Fairfax.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, I would like to welcome, and hope the body will help me welcome, my husband, who is not just my husband, but my biggest support. Who has allowed me to serve here. He's taken over late nights and bedtimes and all the kisses that I haven't been able to get with the little ones. So I welcome him to the house.
Will the family of the member from Fairfax please rise and be recognized? Member from Tunbridge.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, I would like to welcome 3 guests. First, I would like to reintroduce my son, Eli, who, as some of you old timers may remember, was a paid chair in 2019. Eli still waxes rhapsodic about being a teenage boy, about the meals in the cafeteria here he enjoyed as a page. I know we're also not supposed to mention names, so I will say when he was a page, it was not him who fell asleep during a House floor session and awoke with a start just in time to voice a very loud aye during a House floor voice vote. It was not Eli. He is joined today by his girlfriend Isla Brown from the Valley, not the Bad River Valley, but the San Fernando Valley, both of them are finishing up their senior year at the Sharon Academy. Next year, Isla will matriculate to our very own University of Vermont. Isla is joined by her brother Jax from Los Angeles, who one day will play for the Dodgers, but in his immediate future is going to be a freshman at Thousand Oaks High School next year. They are seated in the balcony.
Will the family and guest of the member from Tunbridge please rise and be recognized? Member from Fairfield.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I also have a constituent here today working on some legislation. And just because I like to be embarrassing like the rest of you, I would like to introduce her. Marion Doobie is in the gallery.
Will the guest of the member from Fairfield please rise and be recognized? Member from Shelburne.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I believe we all know that Vermont has a child care crisis that's impacting every corner of our state. And a number of our House committees are working right now on legislation to continue our work as a General Assembly to address this problem. As we speak, there are hundreds of children, parents, early childhood educators, business owners, and community members gathering on the steps of the State House for the Child Care for Vermont Courage to Care rally. They are here to encourage us to work boldly and urgently to solve this crisis. The rally has begun, and so if you have a chance today on this beautiful day to go outside and say a quick hello and listen a bit to their speaker program, to child care advocates from your area. Thank you.
Are there any further announcements? Member from Essex.
Madam Speaker, the Social Equity Caucus will meet tomorrow in room 41 and on Zoom, where we'll hear from advocates and community organizers. All are welcome. Thank you.
Are there any further announcements? Seeing none, orders of the day. Members will begin with House Bill 386, which is an act relating to the approval of the amendments to the Charter of the Town of Brattleboro. Please listen to the third reading of the bill.
H 386, an act relating to approval of amendments to the Charter of the Town of Brattleboro.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Member from Cambridge.
Madam Speaker, yesterday it was asked why the language within H 386 is voters and youth voters rather than just the voters. I'd like to clarify that these terms are kept separate within the Brattleboro Charter, as youth voters are not permitted to vote in school district elections or any other elections that would affect an area outside of Brattleboro.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Member from Poultney.
Madam Speaker, H 386 will change the charter of the town of Brattleboro to allow 16 and 17-year-old individuals to vote in certain elections, most notably in Brattleboro's representative town meeting. This allows 16 and 17-year-olds to vote for hundreds of residents of the town of Brattleboro, not just themselves. We passed another bill yesterday, raising the age to 18 to marry. We have passed bills in judiciary which enact laws regarding charging adults as juveniles based on the fact that individuals' brains are not fully developed until somewhere between 22 and 25 years old. The irony is certainly not lost on me. We cannot continue to use a sliding scale when it comes to age requirements when enacting laws for our state. I will vote no on this bill, and when the vote is taken, I request it be taken by roll.
The member from Poultney requests that when the vote is taken, it be taken by roll as the member sustained. The member is sustained. When the vote is taken, it will be taken by roll. The question is, shall the bill pass? Member from Putney.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in support of this bill. Over the years, I've heard in this building and outside the phrase local control and listening to the voters. And that's what we're doing here as much as anything. We get a lot of charters that come to the Government Operations Committee, and I feel it's important that we listen to the local voters. In this case, they voted overwhelmingly for this. Either way, I would support it, but I think over and over again, we keep hearing about local control and listening to local voters, and I certainly want to do that in this instance. I'll be voting for the bill.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Member from Halifax.
Madam Speaker, I might have questions about this bill. It's a statewide issue, but I say let Brattleboro try it. I'm voting yes.
Member from Brattleboro.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We heard yesterday that our town, my town, voted for the measure in 2019, 908 to 408. We had three excellent witnesses testifying on behalf of this bill. One was our 31-year-old select board chair. Another was a 17-year-old, very articulate high school student who's on the town energy committee. And the third is a former BUHS student, now at Middlebury, who has been very active politically since the age of 12, and she is former legislative page. Youth are affected by local political issues as much as anyone. They also work without limits on hours and pay taxes on their income, and they can drive in most states. 16 and 17-year-olds deserve the right to vote on issues that affect them. In paying income taxes, youth are contributing money to a system in which they have no voice. We all know that the population of Vermont is one of the oldest in the country, and Brattleboro is one of the oldest towns. We need our youth to get involved in our town. And if we want to retain them, we must create conditions of belonging and trust. I hope you will respect the vote of the people of Brattleboro. Thank you.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Member from Burlington.
Madam Speaker, I've been through this debate in previous biennium and heard all the arguments, and I just wanted to highlight one point. As a clinical social worker who works with people of all ages and has studied human development, that age is not the only measure of a person's judgment, and that there are 15-year-olds who have higher IQs than 60-year-olds. That throughout the phase of life, our cognition declines. But do we take the right to vote away from our elders? No. So instead of us limiting participation in democracy, we should be expanding access to democracy in every possible way. Thank you.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Are you ready for the question? If so, will the clerk please call the roll?
Andrews of Westford.
2 minutes. Will the House please come to order and members kindly take their seats? I would like to remind members that we are in the middle of a roll call vote. Members and guests are prohibited from using computers, phones, or any type of electronic device. Please refrain from the passing of notes and conversation during a roll call. When the clerk calls your name, please answer in a loud and clear voice so the clerk can accurately record your vote. The question is, shall the bill pass? Will the clerk please continue to call the roll?
Andriano of Orwell. Anthony of Berry City. Arison of Weathersfield. Arsenault of Williston. Austin of Colchester. Bartholomew of Heartland. Bartley of Fairfax. Beck of St. Johnsbury. Rebecca of Winooski. Byrong of Virgins. Black of Essex. Bloomley of Burlington. Bongarts of Manchester. Boslin of Westminster. Boyden of Cambridge. Brady of Williston. Brannigan of Georgia. Brennan of Colchester. Brown of Richmond. Brownell of Pownell. Rumstead of Shelburne. Burdett of West Rutland. Burke of Brattleboro. Burrows of West Windsor. Buss of Woodstock. Campbell of St. Johnsbury. Canfield of Fairhaven. Carpenter of Hyde Park. Carroll Bennington. Casey of Montpelier. Chapin of East Montpelier. Chase of Chester. Chase of Colchester. Chestnut Tandreman of Middletown Springs. Christie of Hartford. Chena of Burlington. Clifford of Rutland City. Coffey of Guilford. Cole of Hartford. Conlon of Cornwall. Corcoran of Bennington. Cordes of Lincoln. Damar of Venusburg. Demro of Corinth. Dickinson of St. Albans Town. Dodge of Essex. Dolan of Essex Junction. Dolan of Waitsfield. Donahue of Northfield. Durfee of Shaftesbury. Elder of Starksboro. Emmons of Springfield. Farley's Rubio of Barnet. Galfetti of Berrytown. Garifano of Essex. Goldman of Rockingham. Ghostland of Northfield. Graham of Williamstown. Granning of Jericho. Gregoire of Fairfield. Hango of Berkshire. Harrison of Chittenden. Hedrick of Burlington. Higley of Lowell. Holcomb of Norwich. Hooper of Randolph. Hooper of Burlington. Houghton of Essex Junction. Howard of Rutland City. Hyman of South Burlington. James of Manchester. Jerome of Brandon. Kornheiser of Brattleboro. Krasnow of South Burlington. Labor of Morgan. LaBounty of Linden. Lally of Shelburne. Lalone of South Burlington. Lamont of Morristown. Lanford of Virgins. LaRush of Franklin. Levitt of Grand Isle. Lipsky of Stowe. Logan of Burlington. Long of Newfane. McGuire of Rutland City. Marcotte of Coventry. Maslin of Thetford. Matos of Milton. McCann of Montpelier. McCarthy of St. Albans City. McCoy of Pulteney. McFawn of Berrytown. McGill of Bridport. Mahaly of Calais. Minier of South Burlington. Morgan of Milton. Morris of Springfield. Morrissey of Bennington. Rowicki of Putney. Mulvaney Stanek of Burlington. Yes. Nicole of Ludlow. Yes. Knott of Rutland City. Yes. Noyes of Wolcott. Yes. Nugent of South Burlington. Yes. O'Brien of Tunbridge. Yes. Odie of Burlington. Yes. Oliver of Sheldon. No. Page of Newport City. No. Pyala of Londonderry. Yes. Parsons of Newberry. No. Pat of Worcester. Yes. Pearl of Danville. Yes. Peterson of Clarendon. No. Pouch of Heinsberg. Yes. Priestley of Bradford. Yes. Rachelson of Burlington. Yes. Rice of Dorset. Yes. Roberts of Halifax. Yes. Samus of Castleton. Sakowitz of Randolph. Yes. Shy of Middlebury. Yes. Shaw of Pittsford. Sheldon of Middlebury. Sibilia of Dover. Yes. Sims of Craftsbury. Yes. Small of Winooski. Yes. Smith of Derby. Squirrel of Underhill. Stebbins of Burlington. Yes. Stevens of Waterbury. Stone of Burlington. Yes. Supernaut of Barnard. Yes. Taylor of Milton. Taylor of Colchester. Yes. Templeman of Brownington. Yes. Toledo of Brattleboro. Yes. Toof of St. Albans Town. No. Torrey of Moortown. Yes. Troiano of Stannard. Yes. Walker of Swanton. Waters Evans of Charlotte. Yes. White of Bethel. Yes. Whitman of Bennington. Yes. Williams of Berry City. Yes. Williams of Granby. No. Wilson of Linden. No. Wood of Waterbury. Yes. Andriano of Orwell. Yes. Byrong of Regents. Yes. Burdett of West Rutland. Buss of Woodstock. Christie of Hartford. Clifford of Rutland City. Cordes of Lincoln. Dickinson of St. Albans Town. Dolan of Waitsfield. Holcomb of Norwich. Hyman of South Burlington. Krasnow of South Burlington. Logan of Burlington. Mahali of Calais. Morrissey of Bennington. Samus of Castleton. Sheldon of Middlebury. Stevens of Waterbury.
For purpose of explanation, member from Halifax.
Within safe and principled bounds, the freedom to experiment with our democracy is fundamental to these United States.
Member from Burlington.
Madam Speaker, may I cast my vote?
Yes, you may.
Logan of Burlington.
Yes.
Madam Speaker, may I cast my vote?
You may.
Christie of Hartford.
Yes.
Members, please listen to the results of your vote. Those voting yes, 103. Those voting no, 33. The ayes have it, and you have passed the bill. The final item on our action calendar today is JRS 19, which is a joint resolution relating to state lands transactions in Jamaica State Park and Coolidge State Forest. Please listen to the third reading of the resolution.
JRS 19, joint resolution relating to state lands transactions in Jamaica State Park and Coolidge State Forest.
The question is, shall the House adopt the resolution in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted in concurrence. Members, that completes the orders of the day. Are there any announcements? Member from Bradford.
Madam Speaker, everyone could buy tickets from other individuals who are selling them, or you could buy my eco-friendly tickets printed on sustainably sourced FSC certified paper. I still have many available. Thank you.
Member from Derby. Will the House
Thank you,
please
Madam
come to
Speaker.
order?
I'd like to just make an announcement that the member from the city of Newport is here today when he should be home with his wife for their 40th anniversary. So happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, member. Are there any further announcements? Member from Dover.
Madam Speaker, tomorrow is Thursday, which is Rural Caucus Day. We'll be meeting at 8 a.m. in room 270 in the pavilion. We'll be hearing from VNRC on the housing bill, as well as from some of our utilities on some rural resilience issues, and on from VLCT. Thanks.
Member from Burlington.
Madam Speaker, I also still have eco-friendly cabaret tickets for sale that are very greenwashed with slogans like the Fair Trade Ticketing Company and this ticket helped make the world a better place. So buy your cabaret tickets. Thank you.
Member from Burlington.
Yes, indeed. Tomorrow's Thursday, noon, 12:15 noon, in room 267 in the pavilion, Climate Solutions Caucus. We will be hearing, again, an update on the housing bill, and then also on proposed bill regarding updating the renewable energy standard.
Are there any further announcements? Member from Guilford.
Madam Speaker, just a final reminder that tonight is the final event in the 2023 Farmers Night series. We'll have a number of students from all corners of Vermont who have participated and have been part of the Poetry Out Loud program, and these are the finalists. You'll get the best of Vermont's young poets. So join us tonight at 7:30 on the floor. In this event, we're grateful to have the partnership of the Vermont Arts Council and the Flynn Center. Hope to see you.
Are there any further announcements? Seeing none. Member from Poultney, can you please offer us a motion to adjourn until Thursday, April 13th at 1 p.m.?
Madam Speaker, I make a motion this body stand in adjournment until Thursday, April 13th, 2023 at 1 p.m.
You have heard the motion. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and this body stands in adjournment until tomorrow at 1 p.m.